What did it mean to have your teammates escort you on senior night, and what did that moment mean to you?
That was just a very special moment to me. I felt like all the love and everything. It finally hit me like, last home game when all my teammates walked me out on the court. Yeah, it was that final moment of realization that this is my last game here in Mackey.
Mari, what do you want this underclass group to remember about this year, the ups, the downs, and what do you want them to remember from this season moving forward?
Mm-hmm. I think just how hard it is to change culture, to change an environment, and to be a part of a winning program, and how to contribute to a winning atmosphere. We tried our best to inspire them to keep their heads up and to believe in themselves and to just keep investing every single day to try and turn things around and to be hopeful towards that. So,
Reagan, it almost felt like there was a little bit of a mini-me thing going on between you and Sophie, just you two, constantly working and trying to grow as players. What's your message for her and just that group of guards that, is trying to get to that next level?
It would be to take a little step each day. Sometimes you're not always going to see the results right away, but making sure that you keep your head up, keep working hard every single practice, don't take anything for granted, and it'll all come together in the grand scheme.
Ella, for you, I mean, the point guards like Rashenda, and you being the player that you were, what's something that, you really kind of felt like they were able to grasp towards the end of the season as you made these late pushes against Indiana to take a 19-point game and cut it down to 10-9 during several points?
Yeah, I think that they're just very coachable, and it made it really easy to, communicate things with them on and off the floor, like what they could do better, and they accepted the things that we would say to them, and they took on that challenge. And I think that, and I think that they were doing that at the beginning of the year, but I think it just kind of started to show on the floor more towards the end of the year.
For you, Reagan, how different was it this year playing against IU without them having Mackenzie Holmes inside? How different is that, going up against this IU team relative to past IU teams, to not have that post presence you have to focus on?
I wasn't here last year against Mackenzie Holmes, but I imagine that it's a lot, like they're a lot different of a team. They work more outside in instead of inside out as they would with her. Because she's a bigger body and she requires a lot of attention. She draws a lot of attention. So, that requires a front, maybe like a double team constantly. So their shooters were more open, whereas this year they had to kind of create more for their shooters and come off staggers and get a little more creative.
Ella, for you, what did it mean to spend your last year playing college basketball with Katie?
Yeah, it's super exciting and something I never thought would happen again. Whenever she left, especially as a freshman, it's devastating that your coach that just recruited you to come to college left and went to another school. I looked up to her, and she pushed me in every part of my life, so I'm really glad that I got to finish out my college career with her as my head coach.
And for Destiny and Marie, what's it mean to change the culture here at Purdue?
Being that we were, transfers coming in, it means, to come in, work hard, help the younger individuals work hard and push them to be better because, we were only here one season, so it was to paint a path for them kind of thing. We all came from different schools, so it was to come in and bring what we learned from our past schools to this program to help make sure that they are successful in the next few years.
Reagan, I'll ask one question about the game. Do you feel like this game came down to more just kind of shot making? Because it seemed like you guys cut down the turnovers, the rebounding was even, you guys did a good job on the offensive glass. Was this, not to oversimplify it, but if you hit a few more shots, is this game maybe a little bit different down the stretch?
Yeah, I think we can always say, it comes down to shots and that, but I think we showed a good level of connectedness. And I'd also say it also may have been like some lapses in defense occasionally, and like they didn't necessarily go on a run, but they stopped our run from being a 9-0 run, and they had 3 points, 2 points, that sort of thing. So they kind of chipped away at our runs.